Welcome, Exiles. I don't have a lot of time to talk because if I make this video too long, it's not going to be able to upload to the internet, so we're going to keep it short. Moral of the story is I played with trash day one gear for about up until today, farming currency so that way I could put together energy shield gear. This energy shield gear is pretty disgusting. You can check it out in the POB. A lot more expensive. I don't think Inquisitor Trickster is great on a league start because that awkward transition from life-based to ES-based, it's just too much of a gap, and it felt like I couldn't invest in a life-based character because if I was putting money there, I wasn't going to ever be able to afford my ES gear, so I felt like I had to play with trash gear to save up for my ES gear, and it felt awkward, and I wouldn't recommend it. Overall, more expensive than Inquisitor, but it has the upside of feeling great while mapping. The main things we have going for our characters, we have 40k evasion, we have some really good energy shield, we have ghost dance, I've invested into aura nodes, so we have 84 max res from purity of fire. We got ourselves Defiance Banner, Grace, that's how we got the 40k evasion, mixed in with Shadow Stitch, Trickster, plus the ES helmet, works great. We got Purity of Elements, Ailment Immunity, we got Malevolence for some damage, Discipline for ES, obviously. We also invested into 30% reduced curse effect, Corrupt Blood Immunity, 20% reduced curse effect, and then 35% reduced curse effect. So we have 85% reduced curse effect. It's basically like we don't feel curses. We're Corrupted Blood immune, that's feeling good. We're Ailment immune, that feels good. We got 40k evasion, that feels good. We're stun immune, that feels good. There's a lot of feels good things for this, and to represent this, I got a really nice juiced map here. It's a T14 with 120 quant, a lot of mods on there, damage, beyond, nemesis, curse. This is not necessarily a map you want to run all the time, and I'm just going to display playing this build, what it looks like, how it feels. Right now, I'd say after playing it, Inquisitor's probably still my top pick. It has a smooth process of gear upgrades, whereas Trickster was this awkward jump from life to ES. I think Trickster is more expensive to get going, whereas Inquisitor, I think, costs less. There's definitely a lot of upgrading to do, and I'm excited to do it, see how far we can take the Trickster and min-max and whatnot, but I just thought I should state that. Out of the two, overall, I think Inquisitor is the play. That being said, I am pretty excited to keep min-max this character. It definitely has that, I don't know, silky smooth. I know I described the Inquisitor as silky smooth, but when I'm mapping with this character, it just feels good. There's not really any pain points. I don't really feel like I'm ever getting hit by things because of the evasion. When I do get hit, I get ghost shrouds, which heal me for 1.2k ES every time an enemy hits me. It just feels clean. We don't care about curses. I can actually run no regen maps. I can run minus max and less recovery on the same map, just because we get so much energy shield back from when we kill monsters. We get like up to 5% from Shadow Stitch, another 3% from Trickster, and I believe those both get multiplied by the Trickster recovery rate. So there's a lot of like feels good elements to it in terms of like mapping. Mapping, I'd say Trickster is top tier. When it comes to bossing, however, I think Trickster kind of falls off. The problem with Trickster while bossing in comparison to Inquisitor is Inquisitor just always has consistent sustain during a boss fight, whereas Trickster does not. Trickster doesn't get a lot of good access to regen, and I think that's part of why it ends up feeling a little bit worse. Not a little bit worse, it's quite a bit worse in terms of sustain in a boss fight. It doesn't really matter with like this build. We still like perfectly do boss fights just fine because we can just tank pretty much everything because they're not hitting us, and when they hit us, they heal us type of thing. So it still feels really clean, really good. I was kind of hoping there would be like more dense like monsters in this map. This hasn't really felt that juice, but I guess that's just part of what it is when you're playing with this build, is because monsters aren't really enough. You just kind of run around aimlessly and you get stuff done. You're not really affected by the monsters. We're at 120 corruption, and I don't think my ES has really ever come into close contact of me getting significantly hurt, thanks to the fact we're getting so much recovery on kill, and then the ghost shrouds on top of that. So yeah, this is Energy Shield Trickster. I didn't want to make this video too long. I just wanted to go over the basics, give you guys a POB, so that way the guys who wanted to know what it takes to get the ES Trickster going, the main things are Shadow Stitch, Esches, Visage, and auras. There's some particular balancing you need to do. Esh's Visage, for example, you cannot be on low life. It used to be you couldn't be on low life or low mana, but they buffed it this patch, so now we can reserve some mana. Hence, I invested into some aura stuff, so that feels really good. You need to have reservation efficiency. You need to be able to get the aura nodes here, the aura nodes here, the aura nodes here, with both mana reservation, life reservation, and aura effects. So aura effects over here, life reservations over here. But with life reservation and with arrogance, alt quality, and Enlighten 3, you can get Purity of Fire onto your life pool. It gives you 80% aura effect between arrogance and the aura effect we have on the tree. So that gives plus 9 res if you have level 21 Purity of Fire with plus 2 on your weapon. So there's a lot of things going on here that require them to come together for the energy shield to really get going. So for those, I guess, more daring and people with a decent amount of currency to burn, I think go for the ES Trickster. I think if you do not have a lot of currency to burn and this is going to feel complicated to set up, I wish I could take more time to explain this, but I feel like if I go on about the video is going to be too long and I won't even be able to upload it to the internet. So I'll try to explain things a bit more in the description of this video, as well as giving you guys the full POV on what I have set up here. I'm sorry I can't give you more right now. Hopefully our internet is going to be fixed soonish, at which point I can actually give you a fully detailed, fleshed out guide on this character and stuff like that. But until then, hopefully this short video helps hold you guys over. Thanks for watching. Take care, Exiles.